Alright, is this thing on? Hello, hello? Alright, is this thing on? Yes, it is working. Wonderful. Good morning, everyone. It is the launch day for, the thing. Come on, man. Alright. So we have finished our initial box opening and have gotten a few of the cards. Let's see here. Let's see here. Nice. Let's do this. That in. Oh, that's new. Oh, that's nice. That is quite nice. Okay. We'll throw one of those in. What's this guy's warlord ability again? Is he even worth it? Draw a card if it's a vehicle, reduce cost by 1. Okay. Not the best, but...
Long gone is the eve of battle. Today, iron shall conquer.
Headhunters of Cathonia, for the War Master.
May the curse of flesh not taint this battle.
don't like that at all. Okay, that's... I forgot that was how they reworked this guy. Let's give this a more thematic card back. Let's do that. Assign to current deck. Yo. Let's go. Let's go. We're getting good, great stuff. Oh, we got a viewer in. Oh. Hmm. 4 energy, deal 10 damage. Not bad, but that necessitates hitting a vehicle. Well, good stats, but it's a late game. Let's do that. All right, let's game. We're gonna see what we can actually get out of... Oh, hey. Orphans of War. Fitting.
have a new target, eh?
Let's see. Okay.
Spare me your pity.
Hey, that was not a bad start. I wonder what he had that was that bad. Oh boy. Another Dupain.
Headhunters of Cathonia, for the War Master.
Oh, you gotta be... That is... not fun. He's gonna do it again. So how are y'all doing today, chat? Wonderful. That man's good at rolling high. He's also really good at having the cards he needs. Unlucky. Hello. My stuff just has to survive this turn. Oh my god, it will. Let's go. Whew. How are you doing today, John? Oh, I'm fighting another one of this guy. I can understand that work sucks. It is understandable. I bet. That's sounds like a fair bit of work. Hey, sometimes tedium can be either boring or helpful. Yeah, if you were always in panic mode doing work, it's less. I would say it's even worse than just tedium. But I'm the kind of guy who became a librarian, so I don't have an opinion that is the same as everyone else. Well, I will say they did rework the Iron Hands in a way that it does not feel weird to be using this new, or somewhat new, the only remaining old Iron Hands Warlord. It feels like it fits into the faction just properly. The introduction of the various augmetics and the damage-based effects on the Iron Hands cards actually fits in really well as the warlord that can give +1 health to things. That way they can survive damage breakpoints.
Long gone is the eve of battle. Today I shall conquer.
So, the Iron Hands just got their new release. They revolve around two main things: the Pride ability, which triggers an effect at the end of your turn if the unit is damaged. So, like, if I do this, deal 1 damage to the guy, he gets a heal as a result of the tactic, and then give him +1/+1. Now his Pride ability, he will deal 2 damage to a random enemy. And so the whole faction generally revolves around getting small ticks of damage off, and then using those small ticks of damage to get your stuff rolling. They also create these cards known as augmetics. And the augmetics deal 1 damage to your cards, but then give them a buff. So it perfectly plays into their Pride ability. And so it is a very synergistic faction, much like how the Sons of Horus revolved entirely around the excellent abilities of the Marks of Chaos. This one relies more around, well, it just buffs within its own faction. It's very good, much like the Death Guard and Emperor's Children, World Eaters, and Sons of Horus in the last couple of expansions. You can make that analogy that they're Saiyans going Super Saiyan. It does fit the description. I've never watched much Dragon Ball, so I can only go off of the clips I've seen. But yeah. Oh, that's not good. Um, uh-oh. Really? Well, he is pretty low, actually. That does make sense. So that's free. That's free. That is not quite free. And I got none of them. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait, what? Let's open a couple of loot boxes. See what we can get. Ooh, that's good. Wait, did that say in the deck? Maybe not as good. Extra copy of that is useful. Okay. Looked. One legionary helper. I'll have to look up which one that is. Oh. Okay. Can see that being useful. Okay. That looks good. So they really want you to go wide for this faction. And then by going wide, you can go tall. Just a few left to open. Come on. This is the last one. Dang. Oh well. Now let's change out the deck. Get rid of that. Throw in that. Let's see how this one goes. Uh-oh. That's not good.
For the Emperor of Mankind.
Of course he does. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. It is no longer all coming together. my god. Holy shit. This guy just has every answer. But he's slowly running out, I hope. Jesus Christ, dude. Of course. Well, he's running out of options. Well, usually the strategy on how to get this Warlord to win is he's able to pretty much permanently have unable to be attacked. And that is what he was shooting for here. Okay. There we go. Yeah, his whole thing about being able to deal 2 damage and go in unable to be attacked is just completely countered when your whole thing is I keep putting myself above any interval of 2 damage you can deal. And I still almost lost this one. Just because I kept losing all of my good options. Eventually he was going to have to deck out, and he would deck out before I did. But that was getting close. I don't know what other cards he had to field in those last 7 and what was in his hand, but I don't have to find out now. I'll do one more match and then we'll have been live for an hour, and I will take a break from actually playing, and I'll go into breaking down what all was good and what all's bad about the new Iron Hands.
Headhunters of Cathonia, for the War Master.
I'll do one more game. Oh, that is not good.
Let the galaxy burn.
Oh, it's just that the reason I went, oh no, is Horus is really strong. bit surprised that I won that. So here are my thoughts on what I've used so far. This one in ancient... Well, no, I should start from the top. This is a good +0, +2 for 1 energy. That's great. It really feeds into this... particularly with the for each augmetic it has, it really feeds into the augmetics and pride mechanic because you can get huge damage out of this. What? I feel like you may have misheard me, John. Or I do not remember what I've said properly. Either way, this is an okay card. It's on energy curve. It's 2 stats for 1. This is a very good card, especially as an opener if you have the counterattack. You can then get a 2/4 for 1 energy. Oh. Thank you, John. This tactic, the Assault Ram, choose an Astartes and put it in your hand. It costs 2 less. This is good for an early opener or later on. Although in the early game, it is best when you are lowering the cost of something that you can play soon, so that way you can have a much more advanced energy curve than the enemy team. But even late game, it just gives you the cost of adding an Astartes into your hand to play. The Support Squad. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. It is very good. However, it is also very limited by the fact that you are only 3 health. It is a 2 attack 3 for 2, but it's still only 3 health, and there are a lot of things that are able to do 3 damage in the early game now. Rally, deal 1 damage. If target dies, draw a vehicle. 2/2 for 2. It's an even split on how good it is, but I don't really have an opinion on it. It's been useful. For each friendly unit, create a random augmetic. If you are able to get this... If you're able to build really wide and have this set up, you probably are already on the advantage, so this is only giving you further and further bonuses. It is not a good comeback card. Those are old cards. The +1/+1 to a friendly troop. If it is a vehicle, give it shield. This is good on certain times, but also less good generally, I will say. It's if you have a need to give something to a vehicle, it is then worth it. Otherwise, the +1/+1 for 2 is not so good. This speeder, I have a feeling it will become a staple as a 3/4 for 3 energy with flank. I cannot see this not being included in a majority of the decks. If at least 1, if not 2. Harmix, Rally, and Pride create a random augmetic. If you play this at energy turn 4, then yeah, me and Untakilat are rather unique in this. It is weird it's happened twice. I just don't want to turn on my face cam. Everyone else does the face cam. With the Pride mechanics, it you being able to play this with 4 energy and then get continually more augmetics is useful, especially if you get either the survivor or the shield, although I have noticed that the survivor one comes significantly less often than the shield and the flank based off of what I've played today. Although it might just be my luck. If they're all equally choiced, I might just have poor luck. Iron Salvo. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. If it dies, lower the cost of a random troop in your hand by 1. It's good. It's 3 damage for 3 energy. That's similar to other cards and other factions. With the lower the cost of a troop in hand, it'll help. If it's played right and you actually draw it. Iron Shield Rhino, put in play one of those 1/3 with the Pride effect. Put in play a Legionary Halberd. It's alright. It's a 3/4 for 3, and you needed for it to take damage to really get the best of the mechanics. Iron Rot Vur. Destroyer Squad. Trigger the pride of a friendly unit. It's useful. If you can actually draw it and make the best use of it, it would help a lot. I don't have much more to say on it. The Nerves of Steel, in theory, it is excellent. In practice, it really struggles. It's just, you're not likely to have 3 leftover energy that couldn't be spent giving, at least the way I was playing, that the 3 energy is likely not going to be left over going to this card. It is likely going to be going to the augmetics, in my current experience. But that's just what I've seen. I've only, I mean, the DLC's only been dropped for a day. So that's the most of my current opinion on this. Pride of Medusa. This I can see being it is almost in the same spot as Nerves of Steel. However, I could see it being used a bit more as a board-wide +1/+1. That is Cardosia's ability, but applied to your entire board. And if they have an augmetic, give them an additional. This feeds perfectly into your pride mechanics and into the augmetic, extending the livelihood of those who have been damaged for pride and who will necessarily have had to take damage with the augmetics. Ungvar Rhino. Frontline, Relentless, that was part of the old DLC. Not DLC, but Galaxy in Flames. Ancient Ippolix. Give +1/+1 to all your vehicles in play. This can spiral rapidly out of control for the enemy if they cannot get rid of it. Ancient Roland, that's old. Gorgand Veterans. Rally, choose an augmetic and put it in your hand. It's good for if you're wanting to fish for a specific one. Otherwise, I would probably go Iron over Flesh. It'll result in a total of 8 energy likely being spent rather than 5, but you're going to get a lot of extra things for all of your troops rather than 1. And it's not really good stats for the energy. Chrysos Rhino. Relentless, draw a troop and give it +0/+2. This is one of the only remaining, or one of the only new cards for the Iron Hands that relies on their old Relentless abilities. So, is it bad? No. I can see it being used, particularly if you can get it down early game, if you're lucky enough to draw it. It would be very useful. If you could draw, say, a Medusan Immortal, and then have it be a 6 health thing right off the bat, A 4/6 for 4 energy is pretty dang good, with the ability to, on taking damage every turn, get +2 health, and gaining frontline for 1 energy when it's its turn. Anyways, that is a good card, the Medusan Immortals. Legionary Ritlar. Choose an Iron Hands vehicle and put it in your hand for 1 energy. 3/5. The stats are okay. It's much better now that there's no such thing as a Ambassador Melgator. March of Steel. Add 3 random Iron Hand vehicles in your deck. They cost 6 less. If you're actually running very low numbers of vehicles and you have a draw vehicle card, this becomes crazy. If you could get that 11/11 front line for 4 energy rather than 10, and then you could draw it with, say, an Abandoned Supplies and get it for 3 or 2, it becomes insane. Of course, that necessitates good luck. But in theories, Weather the Storm. Deal 1 to 2 damage to all units, then give +1, 2, or +2 to your units. At a minimum, you are breaking even on your HP. However, Pride mechanics. Everything about this Legion is now Pride. That brings up a couple of questions about why Ferris was so such good buddies with Fulgrim. Anyways, continuing on. Armored Superiority, that's old. Atticus, old. Gorgon Terminators. This is the Imperial Fists card for more energy. +2 health, +1 attack, I think maybe +1 energy. The issue is that the Iron Hands are not the fastest. You are likely playing this when the enemy is entering into energy turn 6, meaning they'll have hard removal. This is not a good card to hard remove, but don't let it be you, is the statement of the day for that. The Morlock Veteran. When you play an Iron Hands troop, create a random augmetic. This feeds into all of your faction. So this is a must-have, I would say. Ruthless Cannonade. It is a random damage, or a random target damage ability. It is pretty good. The Ungabunga Malkador tank. 4/6 for 5, not bad. With the Pride, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. If you can get an augmetic onto this and then get it like the shield from the tank commander, this can get pretty good. Ironclad Punishment. Oh, I don't even remember drawing this. This is the hard removal card. Destroy an enemy troop, lower cost by 1 when you put in play a vehicle. If you're playing a vehicle-heavy deck, this is pretty dang good. Ancient Morn, one of the legendaries. 6/7 for 6. Already okay stats. Pride, lower by 1 the cost of vehicles in your hand and deck. This could spiral rapidly out of control for the enemy if you manage to draw this early, get an augmetic, get it shielded, get it buffed. They'd be in danger. Consul Corsival. Pride, give +2 health to vehicles in play, and 1 energy, put in play 1 Kappa Pi 07. It is break even for stats. It has an ability to put in a front line 2/4 and 5/4 during the enemy for 1 energy. That's very good. With the Pride of giving plus health to vehicles, to all vehicles in play on your side. Venerati Oberos. Front line 7/5 for 6. With Pride, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. I don't like having low health values on, or lower health values on frontline. However, it puts in work. Decurion Tribal. I think this is funny because in the Horus Heresy tabletop game, this type of guy is entirely unique to the Imperial Fists. That gun that he's firing is an Imperial Fist exclusive gun. I am curious on whether Everguild decided to hint that the Imperial Fists were losing the monopoly on the assault cannons, or if they just went, ooh, shiny, and added it. I still like it. Don't get me wrong. But, so, now actual breakdown of the card. It's an 8-6 for 7. I don't like the stats. I generally prefer lower attack, higher health. But I play slower. And then for 3 energy, deal 3 damage. Each friendly vehicle does 3 damage to a random enemy. Interestingly, his stats all probably come from the fact that he is a tank commander, which he is as a Decurion, and you can see in his image, but he's counted as an Astartes. I've not heard a good answer as to why this is. I have the ideas being Alpha Legion not being buffed by the various abilities of the Iron Hands, but he's a tank commander. Why would he not be buffed? But I can understand Alpha Legion traps. And I would have accepted if it was Augmetics were infantry and Astartes only, but they can be applied to vehicles too. So I really don't know with this. It may be a balancing around the tank commander to avoid giving him shield on 8 attack. But I don't know. Iron Grit Cerberus. Oh, come on. It's a 5-9 for 7 energy. I like that stat allocation. With 4 energy, deal 6 damage, ordnance 4, so up to 10 damage if you're shooting at a vehicle or Titan weapon. It's alright. No complaints. Morlock Augmenter, Squad Leader. Rally and Pride create a random augmetic in your hand. It is the same as the 2 energy. Is it 2 energy? No, 3 energy. It's the Harmix Squad, but at the 7 energy breakpoint. No complaints about it. It will do its job. It is a 6-8. It will stick around, hopefully. And so it will generate you your augmetics. The Kratos. Rally, deal 3 damage, ordnance 3. 7-8 for 8. Not good base stats for energy, but getting the up to 6 damage as an opening attack is really quite good. Can really allow you to stick around. Lastly, on the cards that I have access to, the Adamantian, the Glaive. 10 energy, 11-11 with front line. This is, again, very, very good. No complaints about it whatsoever. For the stats, it is a 10 energy card. You are usually playing a bunch of 1 energy burn cards alongside your usual drops. So this is denying you all of your augmetics for this round, and if you want Pride, you're going to have to swing face, or not even swing face, but swing at whatever's available, meaning that you might not stick around to the next turn if it's not already set up. But this Glaive, stats-wise, is pretty good. It is much better if it can be brought down in energy cost. Well, this has been running for an hour and a half. If anyone would like to play a game, I am sitting here. You can add me on or just challenge me to a game, and I will play my Iron Hands deck. And you can try to troll or be trolled. All right, Ignatus, so I will be ready and waiting. Oh no. Oh, I good old Mandragorax. Well, this looks rather tactic heavy, if I do say so myself. In all tactics, Mandragorax. Oh no. Yeah. Dang. That was a strange deck to play against. But GG. A strange deck, but still fun. Yeah, the no legendaries is crippling. If you don't have a legendary or a good set. Oh, you have 5 troops? Well, I mean, we didn't quite make it to... Did we make it to 10 energy? I don't think we did, so... Yeah, you probably should have gotten at least one more troop. But, yeah. Interesting. Yeah. I feel like Ferris will be really good for this. And I feel like if I could have gotten Gabriel Santar, Santar would have done a lot. Oh, so yeah, because we probably only got about a dozen cards, although you may have drawn one or more. But it's a yeah, by the numbers, you probably only had you would have only gotten 2 if you had done a lot of drawing, maybe 3. Yeah. Top luck is not fun. But it is what it is, as they say. Did they change... Did they change the reward for the Iron Hands mission? I don't have it, so I've never really looked at it. For instance, the vehicles cost 3 less. Okay. But yeah, certain cards that would be really good are the Immortal Sergeant. That's That's a card I really want. Getting that Pride shield every turn. Then there are certain things such as the Hammer Bears, if I remember, are, yeah. Augmetics costing 0 is huge. Clan Atraxi damage counts towards the mission? Interesting. I guess with the yeah, the Decurion, each friendly vehicle deals it, not for each friendly vehicle repeat this effect. So yeah, that would really that would trigger the for the mission. That's a good eye. Unfortunately, I don't have the mission. Yeah, and I agree. I am playing Cardosia because Casterman is worse. And I don't have Santar or Manus. But yeah, I do not want to play a low initiative 30 health warlord who has a 2 energy draw card ability. Yeah, the mission is not the best. Oh, they buffed him? He is oh, he that's they changed that in what, 3 days since that was revealed? That's actually really good response time. Huh. I do not have Mandragorax. I believe, yeah, I have Canis Vertex and Goreborn, but not Mandragorax, Infernus, or Chaos Spawn. Which I feel like Canis Vertex needs a major buff. It's like the Titans are terrifying, but not Canis Vertex. I have played a bit of Canis Vertex. It was when I was still in Prospero, so it's been a long while. But yeah. I really wish Canis Vertex could take Thousand Suns cards. I feel like it would really work in his favor. However, that could also unbalance with the give shield ability. But it's if you're worried about him using his ability, it is the same ability as what, the Imperator for the Loyalists? Yeah. Yeah, the LARP was real and the struggle was real for a while there. But yeah, my favorite warlord is probably Ayrton Masaid, excluding melee knights. It's just He's a premium warlord. Although now it's feeling like he might be outclassed by Balthazar. The buff for Balthazar, I feel like it could have been all right if it was just I don't know that it was good enough as the Trader Auxilia only, particularly because of how slim pickings their roster is. But to all Imperial Army troops, all Imperial Army troops just makes it to where he's an Ayrton Masad, but you can only trigger it once per troop. It's... yeah, it went too far. Because now he's getting 2 energy. He's getting 2 energy warlord ability each time he plays a troop. And he has another warlord ability on top of it to deal 3 damage like old Abaddon. But yeah. I really am not a fan of the Emperor's Children release. Like, the Blade of the Lair was really, 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 really strong for the longest time. And apparently, I was done playing the game for so long that they apparently Blade of the Lair had like a heal mechanic and they had to remove it, and then they had to remove it again because they messed it up. Did I hear that right? Did I mishear that? It's been a long while since I played. I am out of the loop, as they say. Okay, let's go to something happier, like World Death Guard. No, World Eaters. World Eaters were okay. Uh oh. Stream's still working. Looks like cool. World Eaters are all right. They rely a lot on their legendaries, particularly the 3 energy, I believe it is, the Sergeant Drock, and the Apothecary. That those 2 are sort of required to actually do anything with that. Yeah, I don't like that 2 legendaries are sort of needed for these decks. Sons of Horus is even worse for that, though. That is a very strange... That is a very strange nerf, quote unquote. To have +1 in heal, that is not a worthwhile nerf. Yeah, I suddenly don't feel so bad that I took a break from this wonderful game and managed to dodge the worst of the Emperor's Children stuff. Yeah, good old Comcast with their unsubtle monopoly. Okay. But yeah, the another one that really, I don't know that Sons of Horus really truly need Blood Arc. Yes, the internet is not prepared for a VTuber talking about a children's card game. Yeah. Here's the real question. Yeah, the Sons of Horus were okay. But what do you mean with that? Yeah, internet works fine until I open my mouth. Makes makes perfect sense. But what do you mean by if YouTube allows such comments? Did I say something weird? I, or are we talking debate on Death Guard versus Emperor's Children? Because I just think the oh yeah, Adrabulus Veos. I think his ability is funny with the poisonous. It really makes it to where the enemy does not want to face bash because then you can attack in your turn and really make it spiral out of control. But Yeah, I wish he was better too. Maybe if they made it to where he has a relentless heal 1 and then nerf his active ability to heal 2 to where you're always getting 1/3 of the effect, but it's still only the full effect and not over that when you're doing the heals with your actual energy. Oh, was it between the 1-2 guy with spear and the I wonder if YouTube allows the comments? Because yeah, I didn't see anything from the spear tip 1-2 guy afterward. Yeah, he 1 energy with a rally deal 1 damage. It's should be good, but it yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I will never forgive the Sons of Horus launch where I got 3 separate world breakers. I got the world breaker, and then I got it from the first legendary in the battle pass, and then I got it from the second legendary in the battle pass. I was furious. Check Discord DMs. Let's see. Ah, yeah. That is definitely a intriguing. I can see where YouTube would be. That is no bueno. I can see. I can understand why YouTube would hit that with the bonk stick. But yeah, I've been streaming for a couple hours now, so I'm thinking I'm probably gonna call it here. I think this is a good set of cards. I don't believe that the new Iron Hands are completely overpowered. They they are slow. They are not a rush down like Emperor's Children. And so I would really say that this is a relatively balanced launch. Good on good on EG for this one. But yeah, it was great talking with y'all, John and Ignatus. Midnight got 7 or 9? Oh my god! That is. Man, I thought I had it rough. Man. Man, that's. Yeah, that is rough. But hey, you can get this battle pass. I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about the battle pass system in general. It really ain't my. I'm not happy about it. well, I'm gonna wrap it up here. It was great talking with y'all. Have a good day.